Well, we're another night at Vic's Custom Rods. Tonight I'm going to apply a Formula D to a white underwrapped rod with blue overwraps, dark colors. Got some pearlescent in the underwraps already. And I want to show you how this stuff locks the thread down. We're going to do this video, same thing, same brush that we always use in all the videos. This is the same vial we used last night when we were doing the cork sealer. Just pop the lid off, sit it on the counter over here, and turn my wrapper on, and apply the product. It's that simple. You see, we're just putting it right onto that white thread. And all we're doing this for is so that it'll make the top thread set still, so if we move the rod around it doesn't separate. I don't know how most people wrap rods, but when I wrap really tight. I mean, the thread is as tight as a piano string. It twangs and squalls and everything else when it's going through the tensioner. So when you clear coat like this with this Formula D product, what it does, it'll show any imperfections. So while it's still wet, I can actually touch it up and move it around, which I've already told you in previous videos. I hope you guys take the time to watch the videos that I've put on YouTube. Yes, they're there to sell my product, but they're more there to try to educate you about how the product will work and what it'll do. And you can watch how we apply it, how we use it. You know, I try to tell people the do's and don'ts. One of the big don'ts is don't take a Sharpie and paint the guide foot on your black guides, because if you do, you're going to have black come right up through the thread from the Formula D. It'll actually pull that black right off the foot, and it'll float right to the surface and stain your thread, especially yellow. We already know that, and that's going to be on the paperwork that'll be with the bottles of the samples I'm sending out. Trying to get this done here. Once we get the Formula D out to the public, get you guys using it, just see how you like it, get some more feedback on it. Right now we're going to send out these half-ounce bottles, and like I told you before, a half-ounce will do a lot of rods. It'll really surprise you how far this product goes. I've been using this particular bottle here. We did a cork handle last night, 2 good heavy coats with it. This is the second time I've been on this rod with the same bottle. We did all the underwraps a couple days ago, and then now we're doing the overwraps, and then we're going to go clear coat this here a little bit later. And I'm actually going to show you tonight on the second video, which will be part 2 of this, that you can see how fast you can clear coat right over the top of the product. You don't have to wait 24 hours. You don't have to worry about it, the color preserving properties of it being still wet underneath the guide feet. You don't have to worry about any of that. Just a great product. You know, I can't say enough about it. I try to explain to people all the things it'll do, and a lot of people don't believe it, but if you watch all the videos, you'll see what it does. It's the same. This particular batch that I'm working with right now has been the same, out of the same batch that we mixed 6 months ago, and we're still, you know, I'm down to the end of it now. I've got people wanting it that are already using it and telling me they're out and they need more, but I haven't mixed a new batch. But this particular batch right here, it's perfect, and we saved the mixed ratios and everything, so I can duplicate it again, so the next batch will be just as awesome as the batch that we've got now. I don't know if you guys notice or not, but if any of the wrappers or dryers that you see in my videos, they have instead of having the black rubber wheels on them, or O-rings, or whatever you want to call them, mine all have yellow, and there's a reason to that. This particular wrapper is a Batson forecast wrapper. I bought it when the company first started carrying wrappers, so it's about 10 years old. Immediately after I bought it, I changed the O-rings to these yellow O-rings. These yellow O-rings have been on this wrapper, and it's probably wrapped 2,000 rods, maybe more than that. I've never changed them, nor probably will I ever change them. I put the same O-rings on the custom power wrap that I have that I use in my shop at home, and that wrapper's 28 years old, I think. I've never changed them since I put them on it when I was a young man. So what I'm getting at is these yellow urethane rollers don't leave marks on the rod blank. You don't have to tape your rollers. All you have to do is just use them. You know, you got to keep them clean. That's pretty much with any roller that you use. But the neat thing is, you know, I keep hearing people talking about how they tape all the rubbers, it leaves marks on the blanks. If you use these rollers that we have, you won't have that issue. You won't have to tape the rod blank, you don't have to tape the rollers. You just put them on, keep them clean. I wipe them with denatured alcohol pretty much every time I go to work on a new rod, because I move them around just like everybody else when you're wrapping the rod. And that's another one of the products that you'll be able to purchase through us. And it's another great product. You know, I take it for granted. I've been using them for years, like I told you guys. And every time a new person comes to my shop and sees them, they want to know about them and why I have them. And I explain to them, and you know, we give them a handful of them, and they go off and use them. And they come back to me commenting about, hey, it's a great idea. It works great. You buy one set, you never have to buy another set. That's the nice thing about them. But as you can see, I'm going right back over the top of the same Formula D that was on this when you guys saw me do the under wraps here a while back. So this rod's done. As you can see, that's rotating. We'll let it rotate for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then I'm going to clean the brush. Same bottle of alcohol as always. It's just DNA, and stick it in there, and you clean it. It's that simple. Clean the brush off. Put the Formula D back, and we'll be clear coating here in, like I said, about another 5 minutes. And I'll show you what happens when we clear coat this rod. You can just see us go right back over it. Right now it is 10:15 according to the tire on the wall. So in 5-10 minutes, as soon as the clear coat gets mixed, you're going to see us clear coat this rod, and Josh will film that clock again for you guys. Once again, my name is Victor. I'm the owner of Vic's Custom Rods. I'm also the owner of Formula D. If you have any questions or comments, you can get a hold of us via Facebook at Vic's Custom Rods. You can call me at 707-430-3941. You can PM me on Facebook, or you can get a hold of me on Nerds. Thank you guys for watching my videos, and I hope this all helps you.